Let me ask you a question. Are you following your dreams right now, but have you got balance in your life? In this video, I'm going to be talking about balance, following your dreams, and having a bit of a rant on the law of attraction. Hey spiritual outlaws, this is Marcus Burks from marcusburks.com, and I help people to tap into no-nonsense law of attraction. We are the outlaws of attraction. We shape your life and create a world that you design. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, go and click the bell notification so you never miss a video, go and smash that like button, let's get right into it. So I did film this video whilst I was out on a walk with my wife and dogs the other day, so I hope you enjoy this video about balance, your dreams, and having a bit of a rant on the law of attraction. Okay, today I've come out with my lovely wife over there with my dogs. We're walking the dogs and just get a little bit of balance in life really. We've been working really hard lately, we've been touring, learning loads about social media to get this message out to you. And yeah, just loads of stuff going on. So we haven't even watched a movie in the last couple of months. So we thought, you know, although we get out and walk the dogs every day and kind of go to the gym, it's still on a schedule and still on a routine. So we thought we'd just come out today and just kind of, you know, just chill out and have no real plans. So I thought it'd be a good time to kind of like do a video outside of my kind of like home studio of where I've been filming the YouTube videos. And just to say really, I would like to share one of my own little personal stories with you. When I was growing up, I really dreamt of becoming a singer in the music industry and performing on stage to thousands of people. And when I was younger, it was just a pipe dream. I grew up in a council estate. We didn't really have any money or anything, and it was all kind of a dream, and all my mates used to take the piss, just a bit of a lad banter really. And yeah, I got into the music industry quite young and started to get a little bit of success with it. I was touring alongside bands that was up and coming. We did some gigs back in the day for like Radio 1 and Capital Radio, and in the UK those are kind of like big radio stations now. They used to give great opportunities to young up and coming acts back in the day. And what I realised is the more I started to have some success, the more haters and doubters started to come into my life and start really, like, you know, it wasn't just banter anymore with your mates, it was people really getting quite nasty about you for trying to follow your dreams. And I really started to buy into that really over the years, and I guess what that does is it starts to make you really doubt yourself. It really starts to make you feel pretty shit about yourself, because in some ways you start to believe what people are saying. And I did go through a phase where I really started to believe, like, am I really good enough? Because it's hard enough to try and make it in the music business as it is. It's not the easiest business to get into. Now obviously, fast forward over the years, I've had lots of ups and downs with the music industry, with people laughing in your face and putting you down, but I kind of grew a bit tougher to that over the years. And now the reason I wanted to say this is, no matter what your dream is, no matter what it is you want to follow, whether you want to be a singer, whether you want to start your own business, whether you just want to be a good mum or a good wife, or, you know, just get a good job and be happy, get, you know, whatever that is for you, then don't worry about following it based on other people's opinions, because it's your life and you should follow your true path. I say this in my videos, that your life should be beautiful and abundant. That's what we're set out to do. So when things start to go wrong and don't feel right, then it's maybe time to pivot and move and, you know, change into something that feels more right to you. Because it's not just about like how much money you make, it's about how wealthy you are overall, because health, wealth, love and happiness are all those key things. Now wealth isn't just about money. I heard a saying lately, it was in one of the books that I read, which is the kind of the book before Think and Grow Rich, which was The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. And he was interviewing Dale Carnegie and basically said, made reference to his success. And Dale Carnegie said to him, like, everybody references my success based on the money that I make, not everything else. And I think that's what we do. We kind of determine our success based on how much money we've got in the bank and not what we actually do. So now I can see my life and see that, you know, I'm successful now, that I've got a beautiful wife, I've got a beautiful home, I get to perform in front of thousands of people now and do what I really dreamt of doing. And, you know, that is successful. Yes, my finances are much better than they was, but that wasn't always the case. You know, only 8-9 years ago we was in serious debt that we calculated was going to take us pretty much 10 years just to pay off my credit card bills. And I started to really follow the law of attraction, and that's why I wanted to come on and talk about this today, because it's why I wanted to be a no-nonsense law of attraction video about, you know, I'm not your typical law of attraction guy that talks about, I'm not your hippie kind of woo-woo, like everything's magical kind of guy. Now, it doesn't mean I don't believe in any of that stuff, because I do, but I also really believe that you've got to kind of put in the effort. I always talk about the triangle of manifest. Now, triangle of manifest is the basic building blocks of making the law of attraction work for you. Now, it goes obviously much deeper than this, but the basic building blocks are having a burning desire, taking action on that burning desire, and believing in that desire. So if you get those things right, then you've got the building blocks and the fundamentals to start your law of attraction journey. Now, the law of attraction is working for you whether you believe in it or not. That's just a fact. When I look back on my life and think about things that have happened, good and bad, I realise that I attracted things into my life that was good and bad. Now, you know, when I was younger, I almost went to jail for making some pretty bad decisions, and, you know, I did some great things by making some good decisions. Now, is that not law of attraction in itself? Have you not attracted those things into your life on its most fundamental basic terms? And then when you look at it on a deeper level and look at some of the things that you truly did want to do or want to be, you know, throughout your life, you do start to find these little things that, you know, you realize that what you focused on and truly kind of like put some energy into, you got that, whether it was good or bad. So yeah, I think it's an important message to just share with you, whether you are a beginner and you're just starting out to look into the law of attraction, or whether you're really experienced and, you know, you really kind of like understand the law of attraction, that it is a very real thing, and it doesn't mean to say that you've kind of got to be this mega spiritual person. Now, I'm a lot more spiritual than I used to be, and I'm kind of understanding that side of stuff a lot more. I would say I've awakened massively compared to what I was even 10, 15 years ago, that's for certain. I'm probably a completely different guy right now. But if this inspires anybody to just kind of follow the rabbit hole down the law of attraction route, and, you know, if I can give any value and advice to people out there, it is just to understand that we are part of something much bigger and something absolutely amazing, which is the universe and a higher power than all of us. Now, call that God, call that energy, call that spirit, call it what you want, but let's face the facts. You know, I'm sat here today in this absolutely beautiful environment, you know, on the planet Earth. That in itself is an absolute miracle. That's crazy that, you know, we're living on the planet Earth. Amazing. Magic. That's magic in itself. The fact that a tree can grow from a tiny seed, the fact that a baby can be conceived between a woman and a man and grow inside another human being for 9 months and then be born and, you know, come manifest into life. Aren't those things miracles in themselves that we just take for granted? So my thing is to you today is just to say, you know, it's just a bit of a rant really about the law of attraction and just kind of like getting a bit of balance in your life, and just to kind of like encourage you to follow my channel, because I've got loads and loads of like stuff that I want to talk about and share with you in order to kind of get you to see the best in yourself and follow the best path for you, because as I said, you can reshape your life and create a world that you design. That is just the facts of the way that the law of attraction works. But, you know, let's not talk shit about it. It's not just going to fall into your lap. It's not just going to come and fall straight into your lap without doing anything for it. You can't just sit there and, in the words of Tony Robbins, go like, look at weeds and be like, there is no weeds, there is no weeds, there is no weeds, and expect the weeds to disappear. You've got to dig deep into yourself, dig out that bullshit, dig out those weeds, you know, plant the seeds for the next chapter of your life, and then nurture those seeds. You know, make sure that you're taking care of your future. Now, you know, there's this theory that everything all exists at once. You know, there is no time in theory, that everything is kind of all that ever is, all that ever was, and all that ever will be all at once. You know, great theory. I kind of like believe in that myself. But, you know, it doesn't mean to say that you haven't got to have some plans for the future and you haven't got to learn from the past. Yes, you've most definitely got to live in the now. but definitely learn from the past and definitely have some plan for the future, because without a definite chief aim, without a plan of how you're going to kind of dig up the weeds, and without a plan of like planting the process for the future, then how do you go about it? Because you're just kind of chucking your shit into the wind and hoping for the best. So, you know, luck does exist to a certain degree. If you was born in a country where you kind of have electricity, warm water in a tap, even clean water in a tap, you went to school, or you're even watching this on an iPhone or a laptop right now, you're probably better off than a massive percentage of the world. That is luck. That is luck in itself. If you were born into a place that's more abundant than somewhere else, then that is luck. But there's a massive percentage of the luck that you create in your own life. So, you know, it's a very grey area where people talk about luck, but I would say there's a definite thing where you can create your own luck in life. And if you've been lucky enough to be born in an abundant country, then you've got a massive head start on everyone else. So yeah, I hope that inspires you to kind of like realise where it is you want to go yourself, and you know, can you make the law of attraction work for you? Because believe me, it's a very real thing. It really is a real thing. As I said, I was singing in so many shitty venues over the years, so many crappy little things, really dreaming about performing to thousands of people. And now I get to do that. I get to do that, and I get to do it with my wife. I get to travel to beautiful places in the world, and you know, performing to thousands of people in arenas that I only ever dreamt of performing in when I was younger. And if I could tell you a story about that all stems back in the link of a law of attraction to me performing in a shitty, crappy little gig in Stoke-on-Trent. And I met some guys in that gig that invited me to come and perform, come and record in a little studio. And these wasn't like big in the industry or anything, it was just like local stuff. And these guys introduced me to somebody that became a successful agent, and that agent then introduced me to another agent, and that agent came up with an idea that we kind of started to perform in our show called Capella. And Capella's been the show that has like taken us to perform to massive arenas and events all over Europe and these beautiful places around the world. So that's the short version of that story, but that in itself is law of attraction. You know, that all came, I stem that story back and look back down the timeline of that, and it all stems back to this little crappy gig that I was doing for crap little money in Stoke-on-Trent many years ago, when I was just dreaming of kind of like making it big into the music industry. So, you know, I hope that inspires you to kind of realise that just because something isn't happening right now doesn't mean it isn't going to happen, doesn't mean it's not going to manifest into your life. Because if you get that triangle of manifest right, you have the desire, and you do put in the work, you take that action towards it, and then you really believe in it. Trust me now, things will start to really turn around for you. That really will happen. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please keep following my YouTube channel. Come over to marcusburks.com. If you do get value out of this, please pay it forward. Go and share this with your friends and family and anybody that you think can get value out of it. Make sure you subscribe, click the like button, go and smash the like button, all of that stuff. And you know, create a world that you design. Become an outlaw of attraction with me. You know, you don't have to be the typical hippie kind of guy. You can just be kind of, or girl for that matter of fact. You can be just yourself and be as spiritual as you want to be. Just because someone says that you have to do it a certain way doesn't mean you have to do it that way. You know, I'm making the law of attraction work for me, and you know, I'm not there meditating every single day. I do meditate. I do try my best to be the best I can be. I'm on my journey to try and become a vegetarian right now, and all these other things that I've got going on. But you know, there's no right or wrong way. Just stay positive, be the best version of you that you can be, and as long as it does no harm to anybody else, then you are doing no wrong. So I hope the law of attraction is working for you. Please let me know in the comments. Let me know if it is working for you, if you've got any concerns or any advice that you'd like on the law of attraction. And yeah, please keep following the journey. It's an absolute pleasure to be doing this. I've got loads of plans for the future. So that being said, this is Marcus Burks from marcusburks.com, and I help people to reshape their life with no nonsense law of attraction. Become an outlaw of attraction and join the journey. Thank you. If this video has resonated with you, then please pay it forward. Help me to grow this channel, help me to get the message out to as many people as possible. Send it to your friends and family and anybody that you think will get benefit from the video. Let's inspire people together. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, go and click the bell notification so you never miss a video. Go and smash that like button and make sure you go and watch one of the other videos to make the law of attraction work for you. Once again, this is Marcus Burks from marcusburks.com with no nonsense law of attraction to reshape your life and create a world that you design.